Hello YouTube, in this tutorial we will learn how to set aliases for IP in OpenBSD. Before doing that, we need to understand two commands here if you're a beginner. The first one, if you want to restart basically your network parameters, you need to type this sh etc net start. Okay, so that's the one command. Another command is, you probably know about this, is ifconfig, ifconfig, but there is a difference between this command and if you want to see aliases or that are already established. So to do that, you will use uppercase alpha basically. Now we don't have any aliases set, so let's do that first temporarily and then permanently. So ifconfig, why? Because we need to understand that in my case I'm on virtual machine. This is my network interface, EM0, right? So in your case that can be probably something else. So we need to use ifconfig plus that network interface, like this. ifconfig EM0 inet alias and then IP address that we want to use, actual alias. So let's say that in my case this will be this one, and then net mask, and which will be in this case this one. Now when I press enter, everything will be fine. And if I type ifconfig again, what? Now I don't see that alias, but when you use uppercase alpha, you see that alias right here, and you can actually ping that IP, that alias. Right, so everything is fine. Now, if you wanna remove it, you will say ifconfig EM0, our network interface, and then our alias that we wanna remove, and delete after that. So let's check aliases again. There is none. Can we ping again our machine? No, because there is no such alias. So that was a temporary establishment. Yeah, right, like that's the word. Temporary solution, right? Now if you want to do that permanently, there are two options. Either you can use what I was typing in example. You can push that into some kind of script, Python script, that you can activate either manually or automatically. Or you can go into config files for our card, like cd etc, okay, right, and then let me hostname, let me list them all. See, so hostname dot network card. So let's get there. This is the place where we need to create permanent change. Hostname EM0 in this case, right? Enter. And I'm using DHCP right now, so dynamically I have IP address. And in my case, this will work if I type inet and then alias we want to use 0 none. That's what you need to type. And after that, this 50, right? And again netmask. Okay, so let's save this. Right, but this is not enough, because if you again call our ifconfig, you will see that I don't have alias. What that means? That means that we need to restart our network, and we're gonna do that. sh etc net start, enter, and now when we check ifconfig, there you go, you have your alias, right? So let me ping alias, and the thing works. Okay, because I don't need alias, I will change my config file, dd save and let's restart my stuff again. That's cool. And I don't have alias anymore. But I want you to, if you're complete beginner, I want you to read something. See, this is official documentation here for section for setting up aliases, and read this paragraph here, because maybe this approach will work in your case, maybe not. So basically they're having one IP address and then they're setting two aliases here. See, there is a difference, 0255, 255. Definitely read this here, and you can of course experiment on your machine if those machines are not important, and there is a great chance that if you're a beginner that you will mess some things up, but you know, that's fine. So yeah, you can replay this tutorial. Basically you have two options, temporary and permanently set up. If you want to set things permanently, you can edit specific configuration files, and those files in my cases are into etc directory ls. You will find them using ls hostname star, and there you go. In my case, that the network card is em0. Don't forget, if you are doing permanent changes, that you need to say sh etc net start, because that command is in this directory. Print working directory ls net start star to grab everything. See, net start is right here. So anyway, that was it. Really simple stuff. Right. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you next tutorial.